All right, guys, this is the Sonic movie trailer. I can't even say it. It's so fucking Satan's balls. I mean, that even
sounds like you got some balls in your mouth.
that Satan would be so disappointed to have. He would have a vasectomy. I mean, that bad. So we've seen the trailer already, us two, but but Dave hasn't.
Yeah, I've been too busy getting knowledge.
Knowledge.
So,
You gonna get that Lamborghini in the garage?
Hey guys, just chilling in my garage, sweating my ass off because I don't have air conditioning. But you know what I love more than air conditioning? Fucking knowledge.
let's ruin our knowledge by
right.
watching this abomination called the Sonic trailer.
You mean brain
Can
cells?
I play it?
Yeah, go ahead and start it up.
Loud. It has 19 million views already.
Yes.
It was trending number 1 on YouTube for.
It's gonna blow out my
it's gonna blow out your eardrums.
It's gonna. Yeah, we're muting this because of obviously copyright reasons. Like,
Yeah, just watch my face.
we're gonna go through it.
I'm gonna go like this the whole.
You may want to play it.
I'm gonna do like we did on that roller coaster, where I'm just gonna keep a straight face the entire time. Alright, here we go.
Oh, I've seen those.
Holy shit, that's still loud.
Yeah, I know. You may want to lower it more.
Okay. Because, that probably goes that high. What the fuck? Alright, that's kind of cool. Yeah. There's lightning bolts and shit. No! What the fuck?
Gangster's Paradise.
What? What the? Hang on, let me go full screen. Are we in 4K? Oh, it's in 8. All right, that's good enough. What am I watching?
A very humanoid-looking stupid thing.
Gotta go fast. If you ain't first, you're last, motherfucker. It's not that fast. Oh, that was.
He just killed a bunch of people in last
So he was the catalyst of literally babies dying, elderly people in hospitals dying. He killed the grid, and now there's a bunch of fucking casualties. It's a fucking calamity. I love it.
Why do you think it's only in a small town, like off of like,
wait,
somewhere
hold
in
on,
Arizona?
Hold on. Okay, so you got some top brass here, and then you got this guy. No way this dude would be holding a rifle just walking around like that.
It gets better. It gets so much better.
Define better.
Okay, hold on. Oh my god.
Let it play, Dave. Just
What was the point of those stairs doing that?
Wait.
No fucking way, dude.
He just saw Jim Carrey, people.
Oh, man.
Oh, he should have just stopped making movies.
Actually,
it's just sad.
Well,
we'll get to that in a minute. Because if you honestly think about it, Jim Carrey is going to be carrying this entire movie on his back.
Compared to everything else you see here.
There's no way. It's not possible.
It's totally possible.
You'll see. And it's not just based on this scene. It's based on what you have yet to see. I want to kill myself because of this scene.
You would have put a bullet right in that as soon as you saw it.
Too bad that's not a not a gun. It's tranquilizer.
The whole screaming at each other
like a
is
little
such
monkey.
a trope. Okay, pause it. The whole screaming at each other when discovering is such an overdone trope. It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
And
it
the
would
thing
honestly be funnier if he just shit himself, or like dropped a like you know how like with Sonic he
Drop
hits something.
a pellet?
No. You know how when he hits something like sharp and he goes and all the coins come out. It would have been great if there's just an explosion of rings.
That would have been great.
That would have been fucking.
That would have
hilarious.
been great.
They'd be like, and just like that would make way more fucking sense, and I would lol. Whereas I'm looking at this and. I can do it.
I've heard people who react to this online. They're saying like, "God, this thing is going to give me nightmares for the rest of my life." Let's imagine 30 years from now, on my death, and I'm still drinking and waking up, going, "Hedgehog."
That's fucking terrible.
Oh my god! Why?
Oh my god!
can't.
I mean, at least they do some parts of it right.
The sound effects are down, but if only they got the design down as much as the sound effects.
But once again, the music is horrible.
It's so misplaced.
It's not that it's just
the problem is like Jim Carrey's his zany
his
facial reactions and stuff like they were original at the time, but it's like I don't know. I could only see like under 10-year-olds liking this shit.
Well,
okay, I see kids that don't know who Sonic is,
or who Jim Carrey
which is
or
hard,
who Jim Carrey is,
which is hard
because this is Jim Carrey kind of back to like his roots with like The Mask or Ace Ventura.
See, the problem is he did so many good films like Truman Show. He did real like actual acting like serious roles that now I can't take him as the wacky fucking. Yeah, it was definitely more like it was still funny, but like I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
Well,
and that whole entire thing where a ring turns into a fucking warp pipe to a fucking... No.
It doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't. Like, the whole point of the rings or the collection of rings was to, like, make him faster.
Okay, look at this
make
right
him
here.
More power. This is stupid.
Yeah, that is fucking...
So he's like...
he's ripping off freaking Quicksilver. And the thing is, here's the thing. Now that we reached this point, let's see this. Okay. I've heard so many people say, like, when he got tranquilized darts, when they're in the stupid screaming at each other trope scene earlier, that's like, okay, he's Sonic, fastest thing alive, but can't avoid a tranquilizer dart. And I've heard people respond by saying, like, he's fast, but he doesn't have fast reflexes. I'm like, bullshit, what the hell is this thing with all the missiles?
Because he's moving in real time, and then all these are stopped. But they're not even like slowly, at least with Quicksilver, stuff was still
slowly moving.
This is reaction time where he puts Quicksilver stuff. This is just, we've seen this before.
Like, seriously, like
twice,
okay.
At least.
So,
hang on, real quick, I'm going to point out that notice how these are full cartridges. So there's a bullet and a casing. But in an actual firing of a firearm, it would just be the tip. The bullet tip is what is projected out of the barrel, but you have a full fucking casing and cartridge intact. What the fuck am I looking at?
Not a real gun?
Nah. I just draw some firearms. Knowledge.
Look what he does here. I'm like, oh my god, I can't take him seriously because of his design.
Yeah, it's really horrible.
They get everything.
Like, all of that should be slowly, like, careening towards him, and none of it is moving. All of it? It's like all these little fucking, like, robot things or drones.
Okay, so there's all these drones. Let's count them. Okay. Damn it.
Let's count them.
Gotta be fast.
Okay.
Right about here is
1,
good.
2, 3, 4,
you can count
5,
more
6,
in the
7,
next
8,
shot.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
There's more drones in the next shot. Right there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's say there's 45 drones.
Okay.
And let's say that they're
plus
shooting,
the big fucking robot.
And and they're shooting these rockets from
ship.
They're shooting these from where? Oh wow! Look, each one has 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 fucking missiles. Hang on. I'm really gonna rip this thing apart. I like how all these buttons are just arrows. What the fuck?
Yeah, that is not a true cockpit.
Okay, so they're firing from a minigun, actual full, not even bullets, full cartridges. And
look at the cart! Look at that! That's the cartridge right there.
I'm gonna admit, this is pretty cool. Just seeing how they're all launching at the same time, that's pretty cool. Because you're fucked. If you saw that shit coming at you, you'd be like, well, had a good run.
you might as well just turn around, drop your pants, bend over, and grab your ankles, and just be like, come get me.
Chances are, these probably would detonate mid-air anyway. They're not like impact So they probably would have blown up right here.
Yeah,
right in front of his stupid fucking face.
Yeah, usually if they were impact, they'd be tipped, right? Or they'd have some kind of like color tip or something. And all of these do not have any kind of color tip in any way, shape, or form.
He's tapping his foot.
Yes. Because that's a Sonic thing, but not when this design is.
Now, watch, like, look at his shoes. First of all, they're not even like his actual shoes.
Asics.
No, they're Nikes. Oh, Nikes. They are fully advertising Nike.
I thought they were Adidas.
No, they're Nikes.
Oh God! Come
on. Nikes is endorsing this movie.
Sega themselves, like on record, has said they don't approve of Sonic's design. They hate it.
Okay, then where were they when they were creating this version of Sonic?
Sega was not responsible for the creativity. They were just part of the licensing.
It's like no.
He's holding two rockets as they're thrusting, like the thrusters are going, and he's not only like running with them, but he's fighting the force with his upper body strength to prevent them from flying out of his hand. So he's like, and keeping them
cartoon logic in here, man.
Oh my God! And then still managing to shove them up a drone's.
He pierced them through a drone, but they didn't explode, so you know for sure they're not impact, because those would have blown his fucking arms off.
Yep.
Alright.
I just...
now we're just being ridiculous.
Yeah. It gets more ridiculous.
What?
Well, no. Actually, we just saw it. And this is the elevator scene.
Okay, so Sonic is supposedly, 3 feet tall?
Dude, this girl's cool, man.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, no.
Not that one.
Oh, God. Obviously. The one in the far back?
Yeah, the 60-year-old Asian woman, Daniel.
I can't tell from here. You hear what he's saying?
That's supposed to be funny?
That was supposed to be funny.
You hear it in stereo. Maybe I missed something. Smells like body spray and Almham sandwich.
How is that funny?
Hey, look at this soy boy right here.
Walking away.
Dude, I like this girl.
Look at the end right here.
So that's how he progressed. So he gets crazier, and that's why his mustache started off as a.
That's why he got bald, and that's why he has a huge ass mustache. And
it's like the scratch and sniff from the.
What if it's just what if it's just he like became a hipster, but didn't want to do the full beard, so he still wanted to maintain his like identity, but he's definitely a hipster. So he was just chilling. He goes, How can I be a hipster but different from all the rest?
So honestly, I do believe Sonic needs an origin story. He doesn't really have an origin story if anybody thinks about it. There was one that they tried to pull off as a spinoff. It was Sonic and like a brother and like a sister, and they were like in a rock band together, and their powers came from...
An animated movie?
Yes.
Which one was this?
It wasn't a movie. It was an animated series, actually.
Was that Sonic Underground, is it?
Yes. It was called Sonic Underground.
Semi-origin?
It's a semi-origin. It's not
just
even...
started mixing humans with Sonic's world.
No.
Yeah.
Well, Sonic is originally from a planet called Mobius, and that's from like the first main Sonic games. That's where you're at.
But that's about all we know. Like, we don't know where he came from, how he was created. Like Shadow,
don't know anything about Knuckles or Tails.
Like Shadow is the only one that has an origin story. Shadow is like, I was created, and I was created to be the ultimate life form. Blah blah blah. Okay, at least I know where he came from, but. Where did Amy come from? Where did Sonic come from? Where did Tails come from? Why does Tails have two tails?
Yeah. You know, it's like as the timeline of the games were coming out, creators are just like, new character. Who cares where they come from? Blah.
I mean, because you could get away with that back then, right?
Well, yeah, back
then.
Kids,
we didn't give a fuck. Tails. Everyone would just be like, I don't want to be fucking Sonic. I want to be Tails. Tails is cool. And then you'd be like, I want to be Knuckles because he can climb up walls and shit.
See, I think this is Sega trying to like keep up with like the Pikachu, the Pikachu movie. Detective Pikachu.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
It's actually.
It's actually that trailer is like 100 times better than this one.
If you haven't seen it,
this is pretty good.
So, okay.
4 out of 5 stars.
All right. And the thing is, like, people are saying like everything about Sonic is wrong. You know, especially
the guy just tearing through shoes.
Rock.
Is there like what's he doing? What's he doing on Earth? He says he's not wearing gloves. They give him white fur. They give him blue. They give him blue arms instead of the. Well, if you see the it's like he has no blue arms.
Right. Not only that, but
the eyes they decided to separate because they said they wanted to be a little more quote unquote realistic. And I'm just like that ruins it. They gave him a more human-like mouth because they've been watching.
It doesn't look anything like Sonic the Hedgehog.
No,
it doesn't.
Other than when he's in ball form.
Right.
Okay, so why is he fucking playing a cassette tape?
Because
they wanted to go. They wanted to say Sonic's from the '90s. So let's play a song from the '90s. And out of all of them, they choose Gangster's Paradise.
Okay, so that little scene right there where he's getting ready to like sprint off and gotta go fast. He looks like a damn wolf.
Yeah.
There or like they took they took the game. What was it? Sonic.
Too many fucking tires are on this thing. Oh my God. That might be an actual 18-wheeler. Get it?
See, okay, so here's my problem with the whole entire thing. First off, I don't like the person who's starring in the movie. Like, why is Cyclops in the movie?
The actor who played.
Yes, the actor who played Cyclops. I'm not giving him a name because I don't care about his name.
and this is the guy from Desperate Housewives. This little soldier guy here.
Yes, we're aware of that. No, well, he's been in other shit too.
Hold on, what is he saying here? Hold on.
Oh,
like I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
How'd you miss that?
Because we were like in the middle of shit, and also,
I think this is like the
also
funniest...
what you just heard.
I can't fucking hear.
What you just heard was another trope. You're not talking about him, are you? We haven't heard that 80,000 times.
Doesn't make any sense. This dude, who's obviously an officer, right? He's in charge here. He would never stand at attention like this to some fucking dude in a black overcoat.
I don't even know what Robotnik or Eggman...
How did he even get on base? Here's
the thing. Okay,
that's not a base. That is a creation of one.
Oh, that clearly looks like some sort of encampment that they set up.
Yeah. Well,
but here's what a lot of people are saying. This movie is more like Dr. Robotnik, the origin stories.
So it's a Robotnik origin story that happens to have Sonic in it. Because if it didn't, no one would fucking go watch it if it was just a Dr. Robotnik movie, right?
Aside from missing the fat suit or hiring a fat actor, they don't.
They could have picked a way better actor to fill that role.
Jim Carrey
doesn't strike me as Robotnik.
No,
I agree. I kind of agree, but I also believe that with Jim Carrey being in this movie, he's gonna basically be carrying the entire weight of the movie.
Because the reason why is because out of every abomination that's in this trailer, the only thing that's even tickle me type of interesting is Jim Carrey's portrayal.
No way, dude. This freaking dude at the end,
he
has a better chance of playing that motherfucker right there would be a better Robotnik. Even he's like, huh. Yes. What the fuck?
Oh my God, Kevin James had a better chance of being Dr. Robotnik. I mean, seriously. Yeah. And Kevin James
look like a fucking Mad Max.
I mean, after the whole...
they're getting more of the...
It's like a Mad Max Robotnik.
Well, the thing is, they're getting more of his...
After the whole, mall cop situation with Kevin James, he could have used this movie. Just a little bit.
I like Mall Cop, dude. Paul Blart.
Yeah.
It's great when he's doing the fucking...
Did you see the second one?
No, but...
Thank God. Thank God. I paid...
I like when he's doing DDR, because it reminds me of when I used to do DDR.
I did DDR.
Everyone did.
I did it for a little. I did for a little bit. Never really got huge into it.
You're gonna break the game. You're so good. Where them bars at? fucking do a jump and spin, and then turn around and be like, "Ladies, there's no ladies around. I guess just be sad and alone."
I think again.
Actually, I mean that was the DDR was like the best thing that kind of happened to me. It did help me lose weight and whatnot. So
yeah, me too.
So we're going.
And then I gained it all back.
It helped. See, where DDR failed me is, I tried to dance like that on a dance floor, and no one knew what the fuck I was doing. I was just stomping around like a fucking psychopath. This was like a month ago.
So
I was like, "There's a punchline somewhere."
I go. I don't feel so bad because I got a hot wife, and then I look and so
we gotta like. So we're going off on tangent number 72. And
as usually happens. Okay, so let me ask real quick. Hands up. Who's gonna go see the Sonic movie? What?
I have to see it. I have to. I mean, I want
to glutton for punishment.
I'm gonna go see Detective Pikachu because that's gonna be it's Ryan Reynolds.
I think that's gonna be a little better.
I mean, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong.
I'll just go.
Who's Ryan Reynolds married to? Let's go with some quality.
Wasn't he?
It was Scarlett Johansson.
Damn.
Who's the same age as us, by the way.
Wasn't he married to Alanis Morissette at one point again? I could have sworn, or might have been dating Alanis Morissette.
Are you kidding me?
I
can't tell if you're fucking with me or not.
I'm not fucking with you.
Don't look at my password.
What password?
Don't look.
Crank juice.
My password is don't look at my password.
Bitch.
Did.
Oh,
Or just look up Ryan Reynolds. Click on the first.
Ryan Reynolds dates.
Ryan Reynolds.
The thing is,
Alanis. Oh, it's right there. Oh, yes, he fucking did. 2002. Holy shit, we were just graduating high school.
I told you. What did I tell you?
Fucking, she's a Canadianite.
Yes.
Wow. Alanis Morissette. They announced their engagement in June of 2004. And then decided to end their engagement in 2007. That's a long ass engagement. No wonder.
How long were they engaged?
Good thing they didn't get married. She looks like a fucking like a transitioning Steven Tyler.
What the actual fuck?
She looks like a transitioning Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Oh my god!
Right?
Dude.
Right? Just me? Fuck you.
I'm not willing to agree with that.
I need to go to a fucking optometrist.
Oh, fuck you.
These glasses are new.
You need a new prescription.
I just got these glasses this year.
But none of y'all knew that he actually dated.
How did I know that?
Dude, he definitely moved up though, going to Scarlet.
I don't follow a whole lot of like.
But didn't they break up too recently?
Is she single? Scarlett's super.
Scarlett,
I think she is.
Oh yeah, Scarlett's.
It'd be hard for me not to leave. I mean, what am I saying? Just kidding, Henny. Good thing she doesn't watch our podcast.
Wait, what? It's like, wait, what?
So she's gonna start getting text messages with links to the podcast. What's this?
It's not even up yet. It's just
it's
like
gonna go
video.
straight to the minute 14 and about 23 minutes. What the fuck?
Reminds me, God. You guys just made me think of that Spaceballs joke. Like, how can they have a link to the video? We're still in the middle of making it.
Yep.
So obviously you two are not going to go see Sonic. I'm going to suffer through it.
Fuck no, I'm not going to go see Sonic.
I'm going to wait until
pissed I saw that shit.
I'm going to wait until it hit, no offense to it coming out to theaters, but I'm not going to watch until it hits the $1.
Yeah.
Because
matinee dollar.
Yeah, 50 cents.
Yeah.
So, because at least if I waste 50 cents, I don't feel so bad. If I waste $12 on bullshit, Fantastic Four.
I think the latest 50 cents.
The latest Fantastic Four was horrible.
50 cents and I'll ride the bus. I'm not wasting.
Damn.
I'm not wasting fucking my gas, putting miles on my car. That piece of shit.
Well, the thing is,
I might use Uber or Lyft. I don't know.
No, you might pay more for that. But Richard,
No.
but I remember.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Actually,
But remember when Avatar: The Last Airbender movie live action came out?
we spent $1 on that.
I didn't see it. I
But the
knew
thing
it was
is,
gonna suck.
but even no, like when it was when the opening night was going to happen, you were like saying in the group chat, "Who's going to go see Avatar?" I'm just like,
Nope.
I hadn't even seen the show.
First of all, I was like, okay. This was okay. This was the point nobody responded
for good reason.
Which was the appropriate answer.
So there was a point where I thought M. Night Shyamalan was doing really well in his career for
that was
what
in the
he
first
had.
half.
For like Sixth Sense, and then
It was
Unbreakable.
people think he started to go shit around The Village, or after it.
I hated The Village. I hated The Village.
Became super predictable after that.
It was
It's like what a twist.
Oh, we're gonna send a blind person into the woods and not have them realize that they actually live in the now instead of like back in the Puritan times.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to live in the Puritan times. Now that I think about it.
Well, we don't know how we would do. Of course, we would have much less.
Well, that's
time.
the thing though. These people chose to live like that. They knew. It was a council of people that knew that there was an outside world. And I think it was like 6 of them or something. And if they all died, then, what happens if one day, like, somebody's just walking through the woods and they happen to stumble upon this, like, what's going to happen? Are the people going to kill that person for,
Probably.
So that was
fuck that movie.
So that was tangent number 80.
Well,
yeah.
Jump like the first 60.
I mean, seriously, I can see David walking through the woods. He stumbles upon these people. They come out and start to kill him, and he whips out his gun, and they're like, oh, "What's that thing that pops fire?" I don't know. Want to find out? Pop, pop. It's like...
I would actually do it from my pant pocket, so it looked like it was my dick. So I'd just be like, and then I would like, that'd be it, dude. I'd be like, who's the hottest? We're doing proximity effect. Who's the hottest bitch here? Like, go get that bed sheet, the one with the hole cut in it. You know what I'm talking about? Was it the Puritans, the Quakers that did that shit?
Oh god, I know,
or something like
that.
Hilarious.
All right.
We still do it. I mean,
so
all right. So to end this discussion on Sonic.
Yeah. Crap.
Like I'm not gonna.
One word.
I'm not gonna say it. I'll probably wait for like Netflix.
I have no interest. Like, here's the thing. I will be completely fine living out the rest of my days never having watched the movie. Like, I will not miss it.
Not seen it was an accomplishment.
Here's the best thing about this. I bet people who are going to go in and bootleg the movie are going to be like, I ain't selling this shit.
They're going to be like, because no one's going to go down to the pulga and fucking ask for the Sonic. Hey, man, you got that new Sonic movie? Nope.
They're going to look at you, they're going to shoot you, and then they're going to be like...
you a narc?
But here's what I heard, that they think that Jim Carrey, the way he is in here, is when he was, like, going back to what it is, like, because 90s Jim Carrey specifically.
That's why we were talking about The Mask and Ace Ventura, because that's when those movies came out.
But it's also kind of like...
going back to that type of, I guess, method type of acting.
Somebody make me stop. Right?
Somebody stop me.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another Jim Carrey reference. Samsonite. But the thing is, like I said, of everything we saw in the trailer, he might be the most interesting because we get to find out on because I could give 2 shits about where Sonic came from, why he's on there, why he's being attacked.
Yep.
And
it actually doesn't give you any of that.
No.
It really isn't. You're right. It's an origin story for Robotnik.
Okay. Because Jim Carrey, he's like, he must be some position with the government. He has his hair. He's not a mustache. He's not fat. So, but we get to see him transcend transition, maybe at the very end, maybe like
from possibly very respected scientist to mad, stupid,
maybe
going after a fucking blue blur.
Maybe Sonic defeats him by dropping him in a tub of liquid lard. I don't fucking know. And then that's how. I mean, like I said, I think that's because of that as a whole. That's why everyone is saying Jim Carrey may be the only thing redeeming about it, is finding out like Robotnik's origin, and as he transcends into madness.
Well, I mean, also if you think about it, like none of the Sonic games themselves made any sense at all. Like the whole point of Sonic was collect rings, go fast, and get to the end of the stage. And that was it.
You forgot.
Oh yeah,
you forgot a crucial part. Save the animals.
Oh
who were roboticized by Robotnik. That was
chickens, whatever.
That was the main selling point. Then Sonic and Knuckles came out. Robotnik takes the emerald from what's the name of the island?
Well, see, yeah, that's the other thing. The emeralds didn't start playing a major role until 3. Why did it take so long?
Although they
had
were
the
around.
emeralds in 1, 2, and 3,
but they were just like gems to help you out, or to power up,
or to have Fest continues. Because at which point you had the first Sonic, where if you did collect all of them, you did become Super Sonic. But I mean, at the time, if you played through the game and you got a game over, you could use one of the emeralds as a continue. Mm-hmm. But you would have to collect it all over again, and that was a pain in the ass. So,
yeah, if you didn't get all the emeralds and beat the game, you wouldn't get the true ending.
I think my favorite level on Sonic's were the I don't know the name.
I like the casino.
I promise you he's not trolling.
No, I like the casinos too, but I also really like the oil.
Oil ocean.
Yeah, oil ocean. Because at least you could kind of bounce around in that shit. It wasn't like an instant death.
There was my favorite stage was always the Chemical Zone from 2. I thought it had the best music.
Yes,
it did.
Casino
was cool though. It was
going back to our music yesterday or the last one.
Yeah, but I don't think Jim Carrey's enough for that movie. That trailer, even with Jim Carrey in it, does not make.
Well, okay, so we have the guy the guy who played Cyclops. Yes, I'm still not giving him a name. Find out what his name is. We have the guy who played Cyclops. We have Jim Carrey. We have a guy who doesn't necessarily always play military roles, but he plays pretty high up there roles. Like, I think he's been a senator in a movie before. He's also been an evil person. I don't know what movies.
Scott Porter.
Thank you, Scott Porter.
I've already forgotten the name.
This guy?
Yeah, that's
the one?
No, this guy. This guy.
Ty Sheridan.
Ty Sheridan. No, this guy.
How many fucking Cyclops are there? What the fuck? It's Toshiyuki Morikawa.
What the fuck?
It says right here, Cyclops.
Oh my god, not that. Oh my god.
Oh, he's also the head of Axlon.
It's this guy, Jason. What does it say?
Oh, James Marsden.
Wow.
Maybe they didn't have 18 fucking Cyclops. Wait, what's the plural for Cyclops? Since it's Cyclops?
No, I think it's just Cyclops.
Cyclopses.
I've seen some funny ass thumbnails for this, man.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna just grab this really
quick. The fuck?
I'm just
I mind, Richard.
I apologize. Let's see, Sonic movie actors. Let's see if we recognize anybody.
Well, while you're doing that,
so we have James Marsden, Jim Carrey.
Nope.
Neil McDonough.
Nope.
That guy we recognize.
I can't even see, bro.
Sorry, my bad.
The guy who's voicing Sonic the Hedgehog, Ben Schwartz.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Don't know.
What has he been in?
No relation date.
No relation.
Okay, so there's the Qual chick.
Ooh, tissue. Yeah, she's Qual. This one too, Tissue Girl. Who the fuck?
What, does it literally say Tissue Girl? Yeah. Wow! There is somebody in the movie called Tissue Girl.
Leanne
what is that?
That's her. Well, that's not her name. That's like her role.
Yes.
Someone online is saying this movie won't be worth the damage to our collective psyches unless Jim Carrey's...
Let's find the actual Robotnik actor, which is this dude over...
Where is that guy from the elevator scene?
JoJo?
He doesn't even have a fucking profile.
There's someone named JoJo.
Where?
The little girl in the blue.
Oh, yeah, JoJo.
What?
JoJo references everywhere, man.
That might be him.
That's him.
That's
found him. Jeremy Arnold, businessman, Sonic the Hedgehog.
He doesn't
Dr.
even
Robot.
have.
No,
that's not him.
What?
What? No.
Hey guys, listen to this comment here about this movie won't be worth the damage to our collective psyches unless Jim Carrey says pingas.
Even then.
Even then.
This one's cool too.
Debs Howard.
Some people will say Danny DeVito is a better role.
So it's obvious. It's obvious. Okay, last time in regards to dude. Okay, now I'm distracted.
Yeah, I know.
She's kind of weird, right? Her eyes are like too far from her.
No, it's not that.
She kind of looks like a
so
squirrel.
okay.
Even though the trailer's been out for a while, we haven't reacted to it. But
we're gonna get 2 reactions out of this podcast.
I've seen like also like funny thumbs to it. Someone saying like, "Oh hell nah," with the genie like Bill Smith on it.